Good morning and Saturday morning to you all, and we're here with the program Living every Saturday from 9 to 9:30, and we talk about life and all of the things that you experience in life, or the stressors and the ultimate things. The last week actually, we spoke about sudden death. What's sudden death? Sudden death really is if you die suddenly within 1 hour after you start to have symptoms. Is considered sudden death. And some people go to bed and never wake up. Some people, even a car accident is sudden death, you see. Some people start to feel bad, and before you know it, they're dead. What do you do? Family, close, they say one of the most stressful entity you can experience is really the death of a loved one. So today it's your day. We're going to have you call in, and we thank those people for calling last week. You call in 434-1771, 434-1791, 434-1790. You call us, and this is your program today. You've got an experience where someone died suddenly. Your whole world just closed down on you. What do you do? The will was not made, and you have to pay the bills. You don't know where to turn. And then you think, you thought that you had some good friends, and you turn to these friends and nobody is there to help you. What do you do? What about the older folks? You've been living with your husband, 50 years of marriage, and then suddenly he's gone. What do you do? He's not only a husband, he was a friend. He was everything to you. What do you do? Why people want to leave too? All of these things, dying, an enigma, something that I pondered on since I was a kid, and I still don't understand fully the living and the dying experience. And I think everyone wonders about that. You see, when you're 19 years old, you don't think about it. And when you become 25, you think a little of it. And 30, you start to think a little more. But when you become middle-aged and you see people around you are just passing away, you stop and say, wait, why is it I'm reading the paper and I'm reading about John Gonzalez and Mary Singh and all of these people passing away? We went to school together, and when is going to be my turn? Sudden death. You've got an experience. Please call us. Share it with the public. Share it. Everybody want to know. People will gain from your experience. What did you do? How did you cope? How did you deal with it? We come back and talk to you just after the song Otis Redding, one of my favorites. We're going to be playing a lot of Otis today, and be right back. Yes, that's Otis Redding and My Lover's Prayer. We got a caller, and we take it. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Sparman.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good.
You had a blessed week?
Very much so.
Just tell us your story this morning.
Yes. I was a teenager at the time, and I remember I had a great aunt that she died suddenly, and the story goes like this. She was delivering a message, not such a good message, and she ran for about, I would say about a half mile to deliver that message. And she just collapsed. And everybody put hot water bottles on her, and they put her on the couch and all that, and called the doctor. But when the doctor got there, she was already dead. But that lived with me for all those years.
How old were you then?
I was a teenager then, about 17.
And you grew up with her?
Yes, she was my mother's aunt, and we grew up with her. And she was a fantastic cook.
Well, how did you deal with it? I mean, it was traumatic to you.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me how you dealt with this. I mean, you wake up in the morning, you're thinking, some people don't even believe that it really happened. What did you do? How did you respond?
Well, there were quite a few of us, and we just cry and cry. We could not believe it. And the thing is, she died in her house. It was not even her house she died in. She just ran to the house opposite us, delivered a message, and she just collapsed.
Well, yeah. That's sudden death.
Yes, and she, See, in those days, they would bury the person the next day.
Oh, I see.
Because that happened on a Saturday night, and by the Sunday evening, she was buried.
Oh. And how did her sister, what about her sister and her even closer relatives deal with that? Did she have, her mom was not alive at that time, was it?
No.
Was she married?
No, she wasn't married, but she had children, grown-up children.
So it affected the whole family, that even at this time. How many years ago was that?
That was in the 60s.
Oh, wow. So you're talking about at least 50-something years, and you're still talking about it.
I still live with that.
You see that?
Yes.
This thing affects people. What would you have to say to someone who would suddenly lose a loved one? What would you say? How would you tell them to cope?
I would say to, just think about it and just cope with it one day at a time. Because family get together and they talk about it. I think the more you talk about it, the better.
Good. Just talking it out.
Just talking it out.
Good. Thank you so much for calling. I'm sure a lot of people would gain a lot from that.
Yeah.
And thank you for calling. God bless you, and you have a nice day.
And you too.
God bless. So we have Vicky Alton from ICB in today, and we'll come back after the song and we'll talk to her. But don't forget, call 434-1771, 434-1790, 434-1791. We actually, this is your program. We want you to call and let us know about your sudden death experience of a family member. And we come back and talk to Vicky. Good morning. How are you doing?
Not too bad this morning. Blessed in the name of the Lord.
Good, good. Tell me about the experience.
Well, in 89 Christmas Eve night, I lost my daughter, the only child I had that lived to 17. And when it comes to birthday, Christmas, Mother's Day, it always feels to me like it just happened yesterday. And people that never really went through the experience of it come to study nonsense, right? But when their time comes, then they will say, oh, I understand now what you were saying. A year and a half after, I lose my brother in an accident in St. George.
Oh, man.
And that thing had me, because I mind him from the time he was a baby.
Oh, wow.
I remember he born the 7th of March 1965, a Sunday morning.
Right.
That time we were still living in Antigua. Everybody went and look at him, but I'm the only one that asked him his wife to let me hold him. And from there, that child was attached to me until death. And then, here, about 3 Christmases ago, I lose my nephew. He got shoot at Rexham Hall.
Yeah.
Barbados Hall, but Nicholas Davis. And he's sudden. Yes, some person's sick. Yes, it does affect you because there's sickness and God knows his best. But these sudden things, right, just take a lot of you, out of you. So when you're going on, you're not talking, or not telling people things, but people don't know what to do, studying, right? And then you don't see that children that is so nice, everybody have the ways. They just get clipped off, so but the ones that give in trouble, you see it always here. And I always say my nephew, my brother, and my daughter hold a big effect on me and life. That sometimes I just say that I want to be alone way to just sit down and meditate and just relax my brain. When my daughter comes to me, this thing come back to me.
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere, but I just put on my clothes, pick up a book, and they will go up at Miami Beach or even the park and sit down and relax. I don't want to hear phone, don't want to hear no person, just want to be by myself to sit down and meditate. And that thing is really a big, 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 big effect on your life. Oh, no, my daughter is gone. This year will be 23 years. And there's things in this house. People say, well, we don't get. I said, no. This is staying here. When I die, any person do what they like with it. Down to her bedroom. When you say clean that room, and I fix it,
yeah.
I just step and look at it and say, look at my daughter's bedroom. When you come in and see how the bed makeup, they spread everything, that's the issue was here. Because people don't understand the children that you born, especially you really love them, is always hold something in your heart. Is that child, although that child gone, will be always some spot in your heart that cannot move until your eyes closed.
You see, mothers are not supposed to bury children, and parents are not supposed to bury children, period.
Yeah.
You have had not one, not two. This thing's been happening. Tell us more. I want to talk to you. Tell us more. What do you do? Let's say the first time when it happened. Was the second time when you had was your daughter was first or second?
She was the first.
She was the first?
Yeah.
All right. That was really, how long it took you to get over that? I mean, it still didn't, I know.
No. I get over that with my eyes closed. You don't want to dwell on it every day, but there's something that is something that will leave you with your eyes closed, especially if you're a caring person. You know how you raise the child and what you went through, how you had to sacrifice to raise that child. And when you thought that child be together until old age, then you know it goes.
Yeah. So you had periods where you just would cry and cry?
Yes. Every mother's them so break up. I know, although I remember my brother's birthday. That's like if it was yesterday. But every time you see 7th of March, I said it was today will be Harbert's birthday. Denise, the same thing as August. I say that coming into August, so next month or next 2 months is my daughter's birthday. And when you see coming into September, I just say September 11th, that is my nephew's birthday. His birthdays always come back to you. I just wonder how parents get children and drop in the goal.
Yeah.
And you know, some of them don't look back. If you leave children with some person that really caring, it's a difference. But if you leave with parents that don't care, then you got to start thinking different. I made my daughter promise like time she was a little girl, don't worry. Mommy is not going nowhere leaving you. Now mommy is not going to give you no person. Don't care how you suffer no person having you. Now I'm not going nowhere leave you. We are going to fight it until the end. Even when her father came here for I said, no, let's do the two of us part. I'm not giving her up, and I'm not going nowhere leaving her.
You know, I had a friend of mine who lost a very her mom actually, and she said to me 1 month after that she didn't believe that her mother was dead. She kept looking for her every day, and sometimes she'd go to the grave and hoping that she'd see her sitting on top of the grave. What do you think about those things?
It's only after that. After she died about, I don't know if she was buried and everything, about a month or two after, I said to myself, or to just get up one morning and see Denise again, how good I will feel. But then I come into reality and realize, no, she's not here, she's gone. Because I remember one day I was over at a friend of mine, Miss Apple, sitting down. I was just talking from one thing to the other. And I said, Miss Apple, I got to go home. I said, why you have to go home? I said, I got to go home, I got to go cook some food. I forget Denise coming home for food. Miss Apple said, no, sit down here. Remember early, Denise gone. And they just start the call. She said, you know what, you're such a cousin getting up when you're home. I'm going and putting on that pot. That child could have food when it come home from school hot. You get to be staying, you're going home and cook. And I remember morning, I get up in here and I make breakfast. I went to the supermarket and I picked up the hot dogs and hamburgers and everything. We stayed just like just take them up for her.
Yeah.
And I got up in the morning here and I put the 2 cups on the table to make tea and the kitchen counter to make tea. The 2 cups of tea and the stay there, get up some morning, does the hot dogs and hamburgers and did in the stay. And now I sit down, put everything on the table and sit down. I said, no, you make breakfast and then you say, because her bedroom door was closed. So knowing that she's sleeping, I would have the door closed. They made 2 sets of breakfast and put them on the table. And then I said, oh shoot, no, Denise in here. So what you had to do is drink the other cup of tea and then they put that breakfast then in this fridge.
What's your age group right now? You're on 50s?
I'm 56, thank God you let me get to see. I never thought it would get here.
Oh, man.
Because it's here so much. I said, Lord, I really think it would live to see you the next year. But he has brought me through and I thank him for that. And I'm hoping someday in his mercy, as he says in the Bible, it's going to be a meeting again.
Yeah.
And I hope that day I will see her.
Did you, just one of the last questions, because your story is very touching and you've gone through a lot. I would like to know, did you get a lot of support from family members?
Well, I will tell you the honest truth. Some give me a very strong support, but I will tell you the honest truth. My daughter's school friends, because she went to St. Leonard's. That thing was St. Leonard's School. Her daughter's school first, they give me a lot of support. I know St. Leonard's will have a school reunion thing every year.
Yeah.
They usually, the headmistress, Miss Clark, sometimes I heard about it, they call her. And she says, Miss Clark, you're welcome to go on the place of your daughter. And the first day that I cried so much, because next thing I her friends and so. And they said, don't cry, Dennis, God, we know how you feel. And they took me out with them on the cruise, and they treat me very nice. So every year they call me and tell me, don't forget this week, they have different activities. They call already for the year. They said, you remember the activities coming up, come and go and just enjoy yourself because we know how you feel about yourself. But they give me a lot of support, this class and the teachers, and so they call me and give me a lot of support and beg me to be strong and so forth. And then when the girls coming from the States, her closer friends, and they come and just call and ask me if I'm okay and so forth. Different things.
Well, I thank you so much for calling. What would you want to tell somebody here right now? I always ask my listeners the same question. What do you want to tell somebody who's listening? We have 27,000 people right now listening to you. What would you tell them right now?
All I would tell anyone, when you lose a child, especially if you're a loving and caring person towards that child, because everybody has the differences in life, and everybody makes mistakes. But when you lose your child or anybody that's very close to you, don't give up. Hold on to God on changing hands. He is the one that says he will never leave us nor forsake us. He will be with us to the end. And though troubles and trials and tribulations come and man may turn their back on you, remember, your Creator, he will never turn his back on us. He will always there to be with us through troubles, trials, and tribulations. Everybody have a blessed week.
Thank you so much for calling. I'm sure your story inspired many out there. God bless you, and continue to be strong in the Lord and to face all. And day by day, there are always trials out there.
Give it to God, and he knows your heart. He knows the things, and he will. You still cry because he still does.
Thank you.
But he will strengthen every weak heart. He still weeping and joyful night, but joy comes in the morning.
Thanks for calling.
And then the child died and it's sick, nobody didn't kill it. Is another thing too, right?
Yes, I know.
It would be easier even so that way.
And I know, I thank you for your strength, all right? And thanks for calling. God bless you and have a nice day.
You too, love.
All right. This morning we have with us Vicky Alton. Vicky from the ICBL Insurance. So tell us a little bit about ICBL, Vicky. Insurance, of course.
Yes, good morning. ICBL, we offer general types of insurance as well as life and health insurance. And when we say general, we mean insurance like car insurance or auto insurance, house insurance, fire insurance, travel insurance, and of course there's life insurance and health insurance for all ages.
Good. Good, sir. But you're here to tell us about something special, too, that you guys are sponsoring. And I always advocate, I say to people that you eat well. If you want to live longer, you monitor your animal fat and compare it to your plant food. Plant product will take you longer. So decrease the amount of animal fats and increase your plant or fiber content. But also concomitantly, I always say you have to exercise. Exercise is important. I can't ask anybody right now if they can tell me one thing that exercise does not do that is good. They can't. It's good for you. Tell us what this program do you have coming up.
Yes, well, Dr. Sparman, you are correct. We have our annual 5K, which is for walkers and runners, coming up on the 28th of April, beginning at 6 a.m. And the aim of this event really is to promote health and wellness in Barbados and to encourage all Barbadians to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And this year, our walk on and run begins at the Insurance Corporation of Barbados Limited, our headquarters at Robert Street, and it heads towards the Browns Beach Car Park. And I just want to thank Dr. Sparman and the Sparman Clinic, who really is one of our partners with the event. The event is in association with the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, but we also have partners, the Sparman Clinic being one, and they're offering their medical services along the run. And afterwards, at the end of the walk, we're going to have a health extravaganza, and we're going to have the Sparman Clinic there who will be doing some health.
But where are you starting from? The walk? Where's the walk? You starting from where?
The Insurance Corporation.
And where do you end?
At the Browns Beach Car.
So you have people who are running and people who are walking.
Who are walking.
But not together.
Not together.
You have a walk race?
Yes.
And then prizes?
Prizes. There are prizes, going to be special prizes for individuals as well as groups. So we're welcoming school groups, work groups, corporate groups, church groups, all groups are welcome to take part.
Okay, what's the date again?
April 28th, 2012.
That's a Saturday?
Yes, it is.
Good, guys. Don't forget that the 28th of April, we got the walking. You guys who like to walk, the brisk walkers and the people who want to run, you can run. If you don't have arthritis, then you walk, then you run. If you do have it, then you walk, you know, or either or. But, yes, exercise is extremely good for you. Vicky, I want to thank you for coming. ICBL, nice insurance company. They're promoting health. And that's what we got to do. We want to be a healthier nation. Japan, they have the longest living people. And we're number 2. Because we got the second oldest living individual here. And you see every time you look in the paper, you see a centenarian or a person, 100-year-old individuals, the 108, 104. So basically, it has to be not only genes, it's modification of lifestyle.
Yes.
Guys, I got some news for you that will be coming up soon. I can't give it to you today, but I'm probably going to, it's in the works maybe a couple of weeks. I'll be able to tell you something we have planned that we were talking about before, but I want to make sure it's secured and it's sealed before I come with that. Don't forget, dr.sparman at sparmanclinic.com. And also remember that you could listen to these programs and all the stuff that we talk about, diet and all of that, if you just Dr. Sparman at YouTube, you'll find that YouTube and Dr. Sparman, you'll find everything on there.